Hello and welcome to part 2 of A Daily Discipline of Worship. This is a beautiful 5-part prayer series that is given by Torquem Serdarian. So today we are going to focus on part 2, which is goodness. Remember, the first one was the beauty. So beauty is number 1. Number 2 is goodness. And in this day and age, can we use a little bit of goodness in our life? You bet. So when we have all kinds of technical difficulties and social difficulties, personal difficulties, it's enough to have you forget about goodness sometimes, isn't it? So let's focus on goodness today. And here's what Torquem says about this beautiful, beautiful prayer. Let me read it just once and then we will say it together and do a visualization with it. So he says, at 9 o'clock, or the second daily discipline of worship, say this mantra on goodness. O sphere of light, elevating and advancing goodness, may my soul rise with you, expressing goodness in all its contacts. Okay, he says, then meditate for 2 or 3 minutes about how your life can turn into a radiant goodness in all your contacts. So it means something really important, that you are a radiant goodness in all your contacts. Let me read the next paragraph. This is a very simple discipline to build a contact with the presence, that is the great spiritual presence, and act inspired by that presence. Most of us depend upon what we know, what we have, and what we can do. We depend on our position, power, money, and titles. All these things upon which we depend are like false walls which people use to trap elephants. And he says the hunters build false walls in the forest, or they erect uprooted tree trunks, and the elephants come and lean on them to go to sleep, then suddenly fall. So are we depending on false walls to give us confidence, to give us beauty and goodness? So he's saying, let's erect the proper, strong, real walls. Once they fall, the hunters come and catch them. Thus, here's our false walls. Our vanities, ego, position, possession, wealth, and power are like false walls which we build to trap ourselves. Isn't that funny that we build to trap ourselves? Nobody else does it for us. The only thing that we must depend on if we want security and protection is the great presence, the great spirit, God. Okay? So this is really important. So we have false walls that we depend on. And you can go ahead and make a list of your false walls, whatever they are. And there is the real wall, the real strength that we can depend on. So if you are ready, let's say this together and repeat after me with your closed eyes. Nice smile on your face. Repeat slowly, don't rush. So if I say a sphere of light, don't say a sphere of light. Okay, so say it slowly with deliberation and visualize. Okay, so let's close our eyes again. Take a deep breath and repeat after me. And visualize. Oh, sphere of light. Now visualize a huge sun, the big sphere of light. So you are lifting yourself to something beyond the false walls, advancing and elevating goodness. So imagine the sun rising, and it's advancing, and it's elevating, and the goodness is coming to us, because without the sun we cannot live. May my soul rise with you. So your soul is rising too. It is a small sun. Your human soul, the spirit in you, that you are becoming. Slowly you are becoming the soul by rising like the sun, expressing goodness in all its contacts. So your soul is rising and expressing goodness. Now let's say this again. I will say it, and ask you to visualize a sphere of light. Advancing and elevating goodness. Imagine the good that the sun does to the plants, the trees, the animals, to humanity, the vitamins, the prana that it brings us every day. Now, elevate your soul. May my soul rise with you. And imagine as a soul how you are giving prana, energy, love, healing, warmth, and life to everything that you touch as a soul. Expressing goodness in all its contacts. Now imagine what good you would like to do today. And just keep rising with the sun. And think of 3 physical good things. Three emotional goodnesses. And spread 3 mental goodnesses. Does anybody need your goodness today? Let's be like the sun, all of us together, and say one Om and radiate together warmth, prana, loving energy to everyone around us. See how you can spread goodness today. Define it for yourself. And remember that soul in you, the spirit in you, is going to be full like the sun. And that's how you are going to be as you spread beauty and then goodness. So part 3 is next week. I hope you join me, and I see you next time. Bye for now.